Damage done to Michigan as $1 million success can't cover up red flags around Dusty May. Michigan Wolverines and Dusty May overran the Players Era tournament. The Wolverines captured the title with the $1 million prize money after 3 consecutive wins over ranked opponents in the San Diego State Aztecs and Auburn Tigers. They capped the tournament with a 101-61 win over Gonzaga in the championship game. However, analyst Jeff Goodman has asked Michigan and the fans to pump the brakes on their long-term goals. The Players Era dominance is undeniable. They proved to be a force against some of the strongest teams in the nation. Today was just putting the world on notice that we're here to be the best team in the nation, Michigan star Yaxel Lendeborg said. Goodman's concern arises in Michigan's consistency over the entire season. I don't know if they can play much better than they did tonight on both ends of the court. The question is again, can they continue to get better? Can they continue to stay focused? Goodman said on the Field of 68, After Dark podcast, I don't know if they're going to play a game like this again. Dusty May had an overhaul on his hands this offseason. Some of their best players are currently transfers. Elliot Cadu Jr. came from UNC, Ade Mara came from UCLA, and Yaxel Lendeborg transferred from UAB. Trey McKinney is a freshman. They haven't played an entire season of basketball together, which gives rise to the consistency questions. And if they're not shooting the ball like this, can they win games in the 60s consistently when they're not shooting the ball well? 'Cause they're not a great shooting team, Goodman further said. I worry that we're all going to overreact now, and I wonder if Dusty does, too. In the past 3 games, the Wolverines have shot a whopping 53.8% from the field. Against Gonzaga, they were 60% from the field. Interestingly, they were actually inefficient around the rim. Overall, Michigan made just 38% of its shots around the rim, well below its 62% mark this season, according to Synergy Sports data. They shot 48.1% from 3, well above their 32.1% rest of the season average from downtown. The roster is built around size, physicality, and paint domination rather than around proven high-volume shooters. Burnett shot a team-high and career-best 40% from deep, 66, 165, and Chutter shot 35.1%, 34 for 97 last season. Among the newcomers, Lendeborg shot 35.7% on 70 attempts a year ago at UAB. You expect these numbers to average out over the course of the season. They're also the best defensive team in the country, conceding 87.6 points per 100 possessions, per Ken Palm. Their luck factor also puts Michigan in a plus 0.64, which is not the luckiest, 84th in the country, but that can easily go the other way. Luck, a measure of the deviation between a team's actual winning percentage and what one would expect from its game-by-game efficiencies. It's a Dean Oliver invention. Essentially, a team involved in a lot of close games should not win or lose, all of them. Those who do will be viewed as lucky or unlucky, which is why Goodman reigned in the Michigan hype. I just think we've got to stay a little bit level-headed with this team, and that yes, today they are absolutely deserving of being the #1 team in the country, but again, can they sustain this? He said. There is no denying that this Michigan team has the potential for a special campaign. Dusty May will need to continue working around his shooting red flag for a more consistent performance. You would expect this team would gel better in the coming weeks and possibly even perform better. However, if the team flies too high during the good period, the crash could be just as bad when they hit a wall. Instead, a measured approach and continuing to build on their pieces is the way to go. If Goodman is worried about Michigan getting drunk on its own success, May's approach to his players' nil windfall suggests he's intent on being the sober voice in the room. Dusty May encourages smart investments after $1 million NL win. The Players Era tournament was a display of some of the best teams in the country. It was also very lucrative for the participants and the winners. Each team received $1 million in prize money. Michigan, being the winners, received another $1 million while Gonzaga received $500,000 for second place. Each player in the post-game press conference after the win, Nimari Burnett and Lendeborg, was asked what they planned to buy with the money. Before they could answer, Michigan coach Dusty May interjected, annuities. While May is not the traditional disciplinarian, he is still a leader and a relationship-driven teacher. May is ensuring his players are smart about their money and not splashing it immediately. Honestly, Christmas gifts, Burnett said. It's about that time of year anyway. May chimed in with instruction again. Roth IRA. Burnett said, following his coaches.